Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the new era of leadership. I'm Carol, here with Amir, and today we're stepping into a conversation about self-concept expansion. So so much of what limits leaders isn't circumstances, guys. It's the size of the mental arena they're willing to play inside of. Today, we're exploring what it means to think bigger than incremental change, to release old ceilings, and to give ourselves permission to operate at a whole new level of leadership. This episode is an invitation to expand how you see yourself, your capacity, and what's truly possible. So let's begin. And your thoughts, Amir?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everyone, for coming back to our podcast. Really appreciate everyone listening and coming to our, circle here in the podcast, the group, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Really appreciate all of you. And we're happy today to move forward in our podcast. And I'm excited for today's topic. It's really powerful.
Very exciting. I
Very
agree.
excited.
Um, before we get started, do you want to share some news with some people?
Yeah, absolutely. So last few weeks we were talking about the course we're building together, and it's going to be a powerful course for board leaders, and also this is in just tying to our mission to to transform women leaders globally. So this course is powerful. We put all our force there, all we know, all experience, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited about it. So we're gonna announce the name of the course again. It's the New Era Leaders Path from mindset to mastery, and it's about 10 weeks to bold leadership, transform yourself, and empower others.
Oof.
So this is the name we chose, and I think it's going to be same as what we put in the name, the New Era Leaders Path from Mindset to Mastery.
Ooh, I love it. I'm so excited to do this with you, Amir. We we are learning so much inside of putting this course together, inside of his mind and my mind coming together. It's been very eye-opening, an amazing experience, and I've got to tell you, we are finding where we are so aligned in what we believe and what we stand for inside the new era of leadership. It's been absolutely amazing experience so far.
Amazing,
And
amazing,
we're going to have an even more amazing experience being on this journey with you for 10
amazing.
weeks. Okay.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
awesome. So, Amir, I have a question for you inside of
Yeah,
our
please
topic.
go ahead.
So, okay. So, playing in a larger mental arena. So, Amir, how does a leader's self-concept determine the size of the mental arena that they're willing to play in? And what shifts when they begin to see themselves as capable of more?
Wow, this is very it's a great question, and to start this, powerful. So it give us it just set the stage for this uh, incredible discussion today. So thank you for this question. So it's mental arena to me. Just can't explain to what we mean by mental arena. It's like you stop operating from limiting invisible limits. We have sometimes invisible limits. We don't see it. We put our to ourselves as a ceiling, and we don't know that this is a mental arena. And so when we're talking about playing in a large mental arena, means like playing outside this limit, or
Mm,
breaking those limits and
yeah.
go to self expansion.
Mhm.
So sometimes we just go with the autopilot and just stay in the same. And let's say sometimes we, from the beginning, when we are young, we kind of like, you know, uh, sign a contract. with ourselves. Okay, this is a box we're going to put ourselves in, and without knowing, we've been like operating inside the box or inside this game here, and we've been doing that, and we have this ceiling, and we think
Mm.
we cannot go outside this ceiling.
Yes.
And
Oh,
even when we think about, okay, we're going to grow, we would like to grow, we go, okay, I'm going to get, more skills. I'm going to, go to, get more degree and,
yeah.
more degrees, more courses, more this. But all this, we are playing inside this mental arena.
Yep.
And it's like, I give you like, I like this, somebody talking about this. You are in a, say somebody in the prison, and they decorating the cells inside the prison, but they cannot go outside the prison. So you're already decorating your identity, or
Yeah.
you polish your identity, but you're not going outside expanding. This is how, when you
Mm.
get more skills and more. So it's not about more skills and more knowledge. It's about, you shift your identity from inside. When you shift your identity, this is when the expansion happens. This is where real growth happens. And for leaders, this is a great mindset. We need to think about that as a leaders. We need to go, not just go like, step by step. It's okay. It works. The performance increase and saved, but it's not real growth. So we're gonna deep dive on this, but this is a great question to start with that.
Beautiful. So, it reminds me of a story, and that
Yeah.
is you put a bunch of fleas in a jar. You put the lid
Yes.
on, and they keep bumping up against the top of it, the top of it, the top of it. And pretty
Absolutely.
soon you can literally unscrew that lid and take it off, and they won't fly out because they think that is as far as they can go. And we do the same thing with ourselves.
Absolutely.
We, just like you said, we lock ourselves into a space that we can grow out of if we only allow ourselves
Absolutely.
the
Allow.
risk to move forward. Something that showed up for me when I was writing this question down for you
Mm.
is that 2 years ago, Amir, I would not have been ready to deliver this new era of leaders program. So we keep expanding inside of the things we take on, and the more we take in, and the more work we do inside ourselves, we expand ourselves. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and then there's really no ceiling as long as you keep wanting to learn and keep looking and working with you and working with a mindset that has
Absolutely.
stopped you and limited you in your life, especially
Absolutely.
around your
Powerful.
leadership. So,
Powerful.
wow, that was
Wow.
amazing, Amir.
This is powerful. I can just share also, just, if you allow me, a story
Mm,
from mine. Also 3 years ago, I was just playing, inside my box or my game. I'm just, okay, let me learn this, let me get this degree, and identity stays the same. I'm seeing myself the same, and this is like invisible. You cannot see it. So I was doing that until like just it hit me, and while I was studying with Bob Proctor, it just came to me, and you have to be like U square. We're going to talk about U square, and just open a huge door, opportunities for me. I need to go outside this. And once I started doing that, I felt like growing so much, and I kind of broke that ceiling, and now I'm in different totally different area, and
oh,
one of which is just, we now we are doing this collaboration. I was not dreaming before, I'm gonna meet you here, and then we're gonna have this powerful collaboration and building this course. This is not was in my imagination before. So this is how it works when you get out of this ceiling.
absolutely is. And we couldn't have done this together probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
But who we are today is not who we were 3 years ago either. So,
100%. 100%.
wow, wow.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so do you have a
I have
question?
yeah, I have a question for you, in the same kind of a line.
Of course it is.
So, what help leaders give themselves permission to operate at a higher level in the
Oh,
same way? Like,
okay.
they like you
Well,
just mentioned, you have to give yourself a permission or
yeah,
allow
you
yourself.
do.
So, what
You
help?
do. And I will tell you, it starts with your mindset.
Mm,
Honestly, starts with the mindset. You, in giving yourself permission to step outside that um that safe space that you created for yourself, that box that Amir talked about. Yeah.
yeah.
You have to actually do some work with your mindset.
Mm,
And because the mindset is what will hold you to that box.
mm,
But if you're willing to do the work inside and willing to start declaring things you want inside of your leadership,
mm.
ooh, and start taking some risk, your leadership won't look the same next year.
Absolutely, absolutely,
You'll be doing
absolutely.
things you would never have believed possible that you would have taken on and done. As long as you keep doing the work inside and it shows up
Oh,
outside.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%. All this, what we're talking about here is not the service level work. It's not the because that's why this what we're building is very powerful. It's transformational, literally transformational. It's not about, just you're learning one skills and you go and work with it.
No, no, it honestly is you doing the work inside
Mhm.
and and it then it reflects out. Because when you're willing to do that work, you are you transform.
Absolutely.
You really will transform. You won't just
Mm.
change things. Change
No.
change can change again, okay? But
Yeah.
transformation is,
That's it.
like forever. Okay?
Forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're talking
Absolutely.
about here. Is your leadership will look different a year from now, but the
Totally.
transformation for you will stay with you, will show up in your leadership. It's amazing what happens.
Amazing. Again, this is like being you have your new identity.
Yes.
When I started working on this. Now if I look back 3 years, I'm a different person, totally different person.
Yep. Okay, so I have another question for you.
Yeah, please, let's go.
I love it. Okay, so the danger of incremental thinking. Why can incremental thinking quietly limit leadership growth? And how can leaders recognize when they're operating from small, safe thinking instead of expanding possibility?
Wow, powerful. Yeah. So we're just talking about identity and identity shift, and this is what we're just talking about. So incremental, thinking, you play it safe. You're responsible. Okay, you have a responsibility, and you're responsible about doing this. Go safely, one by one by one. But the real issue is, or the real problem is, your identity stays the same. There is no
Yep,
change.
yep,
You'll be the same. You do this, but we're talking about the box here. So you're not outside that box. You're still inside the box. So
yep.
identity unchanged. Performance,
Wow.
maybe like we just mentioned, performance will grow. Result, you have a good result, but still you are not changing. You're not transforming
Absolutely.
without expanding self concept. We're just talking about the self concept here. So when you change your identity and you change from inside, this is where everything is going to expand. Your thinking will be different. You people will perceive your team. They're going to see you differently. You show up in meetings or everywhere. You show up differently because now
Hmm.
you're a different person. Your identity is different. And I give just an example here. So if you are a middle manager, for example, right? In you thinking in this capacity, like a middle manager, and then suddenly you become like a VP or CEO. you'll be operating the same thinking. Unless
Mm,
you upgrade your self-image, you upgrade your identity, then you
right.
become that person. So this is
And
this work like we just mentioned, inside out.
yes, absolutely. Um, the thing for me is uh, when I ask you about recognizing when you're operating from small, safe space, safe space,
Mm,
be willing to ask yourself the hard questions.
yes.
Be willing to ask yourself the hard questions that other people might not ask you. Be willing to ask those hard questions of yourself. Be
Mm,
willing to keep examining your life.
mm,
Am
mm,
I working at, a higher level? Am I playing it safe? Where am
mm,
I playing it safe? Be willing
mm,
to ask yourself those questions so that you
mm.
can actually look and see. Don't just accept where you're at, like ever.
Yes.
I don't accept where I'm at ever. I keep
Mm,
looking to see, where do I want to go from here? What do I want to take on next? What's next for me? And it keeps me on a path of growth, moving forward, and not staying safe.
mm. Yeah, yeah. Staying safe is dangerous. It's dangerous area.
Yep. Okay.
So I
So
have another question for you.
go for it.
So you kind of like just talked about it, but
Okay.
if you can just expand a little bit, what keeps leaders stuck in incremental thinking? What keep them like
What
just
keeps
think
them
that way?
stuck? Really and truly, not asking the questions, settling,
Mm,
accepting
mm,
where they are. That is what keeps you stuck there,
mm,
is not asking yourself the hard questions and not looking, not being willing to look and see, is this really where I want to play? Or do I want to play bigger? Oh, and guys, hot tip. When you are wanting to play bigger, if your knees don't shake when you say you're going to do this, you're probably playing it safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, if
That's
fear
that's
doesn't
my
come,
that's my indication. If my knees don't
yeah.
shake, I'm playing safe, okay?
Yeah, when there is no fear, creeping, then you're playing safe.
Yeah, when there's no excitement, you're playing
Yeah,
safe. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so all right, so I have a question for you. Your last one. And I love this question. So I'm
Go
excited to
ahead.
hear your answer. Okay, so
Okay.
permission to operate at a new level. What does it mean, Amir, to give yourself permission to operate at a new level of leadership? And what inner changes must happen before outer results can change?
Thank you. This is a great question as well. Carol, you just mentioned we need to give ourselves permission.
Yeah.
Sometimes as we grow, we ask for external validation. We just waiting for somebody to give us like permission. Go do
Uh-huh.
this. You have this talent. We have it, we know it, but we cannot explore it or put it out there because we
Uh-huh.
want somebody to tell us, okay, go do this. You have this, and some people do that, and that is good. But the permission we should it should come from ourselves. Like, we need to give ourselves a permission to show up, differently, to show up, to show who we are, to what we stand for. All this
Mhm.
permission we need to give to ourselves. Yeah, now I have all this. I have the permission. I'm not thinking for any validation or from anybody else. I'm going to just be myself and be out there. So your permission to speak with authority. You have permission to decide, you expanding or not. You have a permission to lead without proving. All this, the permission you give to yourself. So the permission doesn't mean like you have the title, or you're waiting for the title. You are waiting for, like I said, somebody to push you and tell you, go ahead and do this. You have the talent ability inside you. You have deep reservoirs of potential. Use it and give yourself permission and show it to others. And that's also shows here responsibility. We have this responsibility. We need
Mhm,
to show it. And this is how I see it myself. If I have anything, I have a responsibility towards the community, towards people around me, towards
mhm.
everybody. I have to show it. So that's why I come up with all this, and this is why I'm standing here and I'm saying, okay, this is a responsibility. I take it and I should show it. And responsibility, God gave it to me, and I need to embrace it fully.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the ways that I give myself permission is I declare, just like you
Nice,
declared 1 million
nice. Yeah,
boat leaders by 2030, you
absolutely,
gave yourself permission.
absolutely,
And
absolutely,
then I gave myself permission to join you.
absolutely, absolutely.
So
Yeah, you don't wait for anybody to give you, validate to prove you. You know,
one of the things I say to myself, Amir, Carol,
Mm.
you're unstoppable.
You are.
That gives me permission to play big.
Mm. Absolutely,
Carol,
absolutely,
you live a life of magic. That gives me
absolutely.
permission to go outside that box I put myself in.
Yes. I think this is very powerful concept you're talking about, the
Yeah.
permission. Yeah.
So I declare things to actually put it out there that I give myself permission. And
Mm.
uh, and guys, like I said, if your knees aren't shaking when you declare something,
You
it's just not big enough for you. You've got to go bigger.
gotta go
When
bigger.
your knees start shaking, I remember when I declared about 5 years ago in my North America program for YEA, I said I wanted to go global. My knees shook because I had no clue how that was going to happen. But I gave myself permission to take that on and move
Absolutely.
forward. And now we are in 82 countries.
Wow.
5 years,
Amazing.
82 countries.
Amazing.
So you never really honestly know how big things will get for you. You don't.
Absolutely.
But you got to be willing to take the risk and embrace what comes your way.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. We're not talking about you just blindly don't take just go and put yourself in something you're not ready for. You are ready, but you just give your permission. Once you get there, you'll see yourself differently. You show up differently, but you have to get out of that box we're just talking about. So when you step there, you see different person, which is you. So this is
Absolutely.
very,
So,
very,
so
very,
great.
very powerful.
So great.
So great, so great. So I have one last question for you here.
Okay.
Where do you see like leaders unconsciously limiting the size of the game,
Mm.
or when do you see
When do I
when
see
we're
that?
playing small? Yeah.
And I see it a lot. Um, well, here's the thing. One of the things that happens when you're working with people consistently, which I do with YEA Global,
Hmm.
I get to see who they are. I get to see inside their sharing, inside of what they're taking on, their lives. And and so I have been blessed to see a bigger picture for people.
Yeah.
And I will literally tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you're playing too small. You got to
You
declare
need to
something
get
that
a
makes your knees shake, okay?"
absolutely.
So, yeah, the whole thing for me is get them excited. If they're not excited about their life, they're playing small.
Yes.
So if they're not excited and there's no, magic in their life and there's no action happening in their life, yeah, they're just playing safe and playing small. There's
Mm.
nothing wrong with it, but if they really and truly want to be that new era of leadership, They want to step up and bring their talents and bring their gifts.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have all like great gifts, that's for sure. You just need to tap into it and embrace it and declare it.
Oh, declare it. Declare it because that is honestly where you give yourself permission. Oh, and by the way, that gives other people permission to come play with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a part of it. It's just like you give other permission, and the environment will bend to meet you there.
It
So
certainly
everything
will.
will,
And the
yeah,
doors will open. So many doors open when
absolutely.
you declare things. Amir, I wasn't in your life 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Amir,
Yeah,
and I came into your life. You
yeah,
weren't in
absolutely.
mine. And I got to tell you, my life wouldn't look as rich with you not in it. So, guys, take the risk, take the chance. Collaborate with other people, bring other people onto your team and into your energy and oh my goodness,
Absolutely. Yeah.
watch the sparks fly, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. No, this is amazing. When you tap to this, you enjoy your life,
Oh,
in
so
all
much
aspect of
more.
it, all
So
aspect of it.
much more. Yeah. So, Amir,
Yeah.
do you have some questions that you want to ask the listeners?
Yeah, I have a few questions here,
Yeah.
or a reflection. We're gonna just ask
Yeah.
the listeners, but I just wanna just give like, okay, a few things you can consider. Give yourself permission to think bigger. Give yourself permission to decide faster. Give yourself permission to take, you know, the opportunities you have and just go for it and take all the risk, calculated risk, we say, and just go for it. Give yourself permission to lead with from inside out. So that's kind of things we will love, you to do because that's going to change your life tremendously. It happened to me. It changed my life, and also Carol, it changed your life, of
Mhm.
course, and many others, change their lives. So we have a few reflection questions here we're gonna share with you here. Why in they ask this question, where in my life or my leadership I think incrementally instead of expansively. Just reflect on that. What would change if I gave myself permission to operate at a higher level of of possibility? You know, what would change if I give myself permission to operate at a higher level of possibilities? Third question, who I am becoming as a leader when I start, step into a mental arena. Who is the person I'm going to become? Think about that. Think about the other side, of you. That's also a powerful reflection. And last, what is one bold, aligned action can you take today to expand the version of yourself?
Mm. Oh,
Action
those
is
are
very important.
great
So
questions. Great
please
question.
reflect on those and just sit on this and this is going to transform your life tremendously.
Absolutely. So, wow. Guys, so this has been an absolutely another amazing episode. And
Amazing,
as
amazing.
we close today, like remember this, guys, leadership doesn't grow only through doing more. It grows through seeing yourself differently.
Mm,
When you expand your self concept, you expand your choices and your courage and your impact. Incremental thinking keeps you safe. Don't stay safe, okay? But expanding thinking sets you free. Expand that
absolutely.
thinking of yours and set yourself free to be able to reach bigger heights in your leadership. This is your permission to step into a larger mental arena, to lead from who you're becoming, not who you have been. Okay, this isn't about a past you. This is about a new you. This is the new era of leadership where we give ourselves permission to rise, oh, to grow, and to operate at a whole new level. So, Amir, your final thoughts?
Thank you, Carol. I enjoyed this conversation, and hopefully the listeners enjoy that, this conversation with us. We spoke from the heart, and I think I really enjoyed it. So I you just lay it out beautifully. Give yourself permission. Give
Yes.
yourself permission to lead authentically, to be yourself, to stand who you are. You have great talentability. You have a talent. You have deep reservoirs of potential. Show it. Show it to the people. The community are communities are waiting for you. People around you are waiting for you. Um, your family, friends, everybody are waiting for this permission. Give the permission so you can show up powerfully. Thank you very much for all the
Wow.
listeners. Thank you, Carol. I really enjoyed this.
Really beautiful. So, guys, you love these episodes? Please, please join us for more episodes of building 1 million leaders by 2030,
Absolutely.
guys. And it's a global shift in how we lead and live. I'm going to say that again. This is a global shift in how we lead and live.
Um,
Both so it shows up in both areas of your life, how you lead as a leader and how you live in your life.
Absolutely.
Guys, please subscribe and share these episodes with
Please.
everyone and join that movement that we have created on LinkedIn, and you'll see the link in the show notes in YouTube. And guys, until next time, lead with love, lead with courage, and lead from the heart. Bye, everyone.
Lead from the heart. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much.